Angeles. And joining me now is California Congressman Ted Lieu, a Democratic member of the House Judiciary and Foreign Affairs Committees. Congressman, the timing of this is absolutely perfect because you look at all the images today of the COVID-19 vaccine rolling out for distribution. I'm curious what's going through your mind in terms of how momentous this is, especially as you watch just how coronavirus is ravaging your state of California. And I know that Cedars-Sinai Medical Center is in your district. Personally, let me just say, I drive by that all the time when I'm home in Los Angeles, and I look at the enormity of this massive medical center, and I think about all the people who are working to save lives there. It's got to be kind of emotional for you to know that Cedars-Sinai is a big epicenter for saving lives in L.A.
Yes, Alex, and thank you for that question. Cedars-Sinai is an amazing hospital, and I'm pleased that Cedars-Sinai, along with many other hospitals across California and America, will be getting the Pfizer vaccine this week. I am disappointed the Trump administration did not purchase more doses of the Pfizer vaccine when they had a chance. So Europe, for example, will be getting more doses than America, but at least it is starting to roll out here in the United States this week. And we have to thank all our frontline medical healthcare workers who put their lives on the line every day to treat COVID-19 patients. And I'm very pleased they'll be first in line to get this vaccine.
Yeah, at this point, you said New York will be getting more doses than California. But that said, it is preparing to receive its first doses of the vaccine from Pfizer. What about your constituents? What are they saying about this? Is there confidence in taking it, or are you hearing about skepticism? And if so, what is your message to them?
Mostly hearing confidence. The Pfizer vaccine's last trial had over 44,000 patients, and there was little side effect to this vaccine. And by the time that most ordinary Americans will get this vaccine, there will have been millions of doses given to millions of Americans. And so people can assess and see what happens. And what they're going to see is that there's very little side effect to this vaccine.
Congressman, while all this is unfolding, Congress remains deadlocked on another round of much-needed coronavirus relief. And a bit earlier today, Democratic Senator Chris Coons put the blame on the other side of the aisle. Let's take a listen to the senator.
I will put a lot of that responsibility at the feet of the leader of the Senate Republican majority, Mitch McConnell, because over and over, as negotiations have tried to move forward over the last 9 months, he's had a key red line and sticking point.
Do you also place the blame at the feet of Mitch McConnell, as Senator Coons is doing? And do you think both sides can get past these remaining sticking points and pass a bill to coincide with the distribution of the vaccine?
Here are the facts. On May 15th of this year, the House of Representatives passed the HEROES Act, $3.4 trillion of much-needed stimulus relief. Unfortunately, Donald Trump and the Senate Republicans twiddled their thumbs and didn't act. So then we basically negotiate against ourselves, pass another version of $2.2 trillion, sent that to the Senate. So now there's two bills there. And now we're negotiating again down to $908 billion. So now there's three versions of this bill, and Mitch McConnell still can't pull the trigger. So it is absolutely at his desk, and he needs to act on it to help the American people.
What will it take to get any one of those three bills, but most likely the most recent one, off of his desk and to the Senate floor for a vote?
Public pressure and people speaking out. And I think Mitch McConnell is going to see that people are really hurting. Even though the stock market may be doing all right, most ordinary Americans are not. We have sky-high unemployment claims still. We still have sky-high people who are food insecure. And he really just needs to act and pull the trigger and go and get a deal.
I got to tell you, why it's taken this long is really unfathomable. But let's move on to the president's efforts to overturn the election results, something also equally unfathomable. We have the Georgia Supreme Court last night rejecting an appeal of a lawsuit. And this comes even a day after the U.S. Supreme Court brushed aside the lawsuit filed by Texas that sought to overturn Joe Biden's election win, not in Texas, but in 4 other battleground states. President Trump remarking on all of the losses. Let's take a listen to that.
We never get a chance to prove it because a judge will say, well, I'm sorry, you don't have standing.
But your guys have been unable to prove it as of now.
If something happens... Excuse me. We've proven it, but no judge has had the courage, including the Supreme Court. I am so disappointed in them. No judge, including the Supreme Court of the United States, has had the courage to allow it to be heard.
Wait a minute. Has it been proven and no judge is just allowing it to be heard? I mean, do you agree with the president's notion there? And does this lead you to believe that tomorrow when the electors cast their votes for Joe Biden, this is not going to end?
Donald Trump is either lying or he is delusional, neither of which are good. And we know that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris got over 7 million more votes than Donald Trump and Mike Pence. And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris got 306 electoral votes. This election wasn't that close. And when the Electoral College certifies tomorrow, there is really no excuse for any Republican to continue to contest this election. And I know that the president has been trying to say, well, they could still contest this on January 6th when Congress goes and certifies the Electoral College. And I'm just going to tell you that there is zero chance that the House of Representatives is going to do anything but certify the Electoral College results.
Okay, we're going to hold you to that, Congressman Ted Lieu. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate your time.